On Sunday's installment of BBC Breakfast, royal historian Kate Williams spoke to Nina Warhurst and Roger Johnson about the upcoming coronation of King Charles III next year. During their chat, they spoke about the recent move of the St. Edward's crown for the resizing of the monarch's head. However, touching on how his late mother practiced ahead of her big day in the 1950s, the expert mentioned some challenges he could face. The lead-up to the coronation of King Charles III is officially underway as the infamous St. Edward's crown was recently moved from the Tower of London. The movement of the crown jewels was kept a secret until it was safely delivered to an undisclosed location. It's believed that the historic item has been moved in order for a readjustment to be made for it to properly fit the monarch's head. Touching on the St. Edward's crown on BBC Breakfast, presenters Roger Johnson and Nina Warhurst spoke to royal historian Kate Williams as they questioned how it's going to be done. Will we get a bank holiday for King Charles' coronation? Buckingham Palace has officially confirmed when King Charles III will receive his coronation. But what does that mean for Britons? Will we get a bank holiday for King Charles' coronation? Speaking about the late monarch Queen Elizabeth II, Kate replied, "Her head was really very small, she was a very tiny person. It just has to be expanded a bit to fit Charles, so what they're going to do is they're going to alter the actual frame of the crown and make it slightly larger and make the band larger." Mentioning that the king will have the weight of history on his head, as it was originally created for Charles II in 1661, Nina touched on how heavy the crown is. She said, "It's over 4 pounds and it will be on there for a sustained period." Agreeing that the crown is heavy, Kate then revealed how young Queen Elizabeth rehearsed herself for having an item that weighed a lot on her head for a long time. She added, "The Queen herself, when she was practicing for her coronation, she used to wear books and parcels on top of her head. To practice walking upright, standing upright and sitting upright with the crown on top. It is a challenge to use it. It's not the one we'll see him wearing after that, the imperial state crown, which we saw on the Queen's coffin after her passing. That's the one that if he will wear a crown at the state opening of Parliament and other moments, he'll wear that one." Elsewhere in the interview, they touched on how the king is planning a smaller coronation compared to his mother. Mentioning some of the early released details on the scaled-back event, Kate told the BBC Breakfast hosts that people are expecting to see a smaller audience for King Charles. The royal expert told viewers the coronation will be 1 hour long, compared to 3 hours, along with the procession being cut back. She added, "I don't expect anything like the Queen's coronation in 1953. It's going to be much smaller, much more scaled back, and certainly much less costly to the taxpayer, to the royal purse as well." King Charles' coronation is expected to take place in Westminster Abbey on May 6, 8 months after the death of Queen Elizabeth II. An official statement from Buckingham Palace reads, "The coronation ceremony will take place at Westminster Abbey, London, and will be conducted by the Archbishop of Canterbury. The ceremony will see His Majesty King Charles III crowned alongside the Queen Consort." BBC Breakfast continues weekdays on BBC One from 6 a.m.